I look beat up from the feet up.
No, you don't. Why would you say that?
I don't know. I feel like...
Well, I look very handsome. In my Anchorman shirt with my cufflinks and my TV makeup.
Does it feel weird that you're wearing flip-flops?
And jeans.
And jeans?
Well, someone said last week I had shorts on. They couldn't believe it. Yeah, I had a dress shirt with shorts, but only from the waist up on Newsmax. You know, like, I don't want to give away too many secrets. Did you watch me today on my premiere show yesterday, Monday?
Can I tell you, you didn't read the comments? I did.
Yeah.
Because he was busy all day. You have to read them.
I did read some of them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, a lot of really, and I put some in here, actually.
Oh, you did. You did read them.
Before I forget, welcome to your Daily Smash for Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And we want to welcome Elia Wine back to the Daily Smash
My
with
favorite right here.
A new product. That's the Moscatel Macabeo. Fantastic. This is the premium rosé, non-alcoholic, sparkling. These bad boys are on a ship to America right now from Spain.
I could have totally used this when we were doing that for Lent.
Yeah, I told her that.
Oh my God, I was getting like a non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, because you want that taste.
You want that taste,
even if you can't have the alcohol.
Right. I don't crave the alcohol. I think I
Really?
crave the taste.
Well, here's your answer. Elia's non-alcoholic sparkling beverage. Basically, it's like champagne, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not fruit juice, Bruno.
Got a cork and everything. You can get it at Ilia.com. You know what else we got? We got another candle.
Aww.
Thank you,
that
Layla.
Is so nice.
Thank you. I didn't unwrap it yet, but this is the beautiful box that it comes in. She makes such a wonderful product. They are absolute great gifts.
Oh, beautiful. Look how gorgeous this is.
Yeah, it smells great. You can find that on the Ilia.com website. And I don't have to remind you, you order 3 or more bottles, it's free shipping. And you're supporting a small business. Mm-hmm. And us. So we encourage you to go to Ilia and get yourself some sparkling non-alcoholic or rosé or Moscatel or Roble Red. Cheers, my love.
Cheers. How about somebody wrote into Layla, Joy Williams, and said we were talking bad about her candle,
which we did not,
and said that that they should not advertise with us.
People can be very.
What is with that?
I don't know.
What makes somebody have who watches and just with hate and
you know what I think
disdain.
It comes down to? Jealousy. In a nutshell, it's jealousy. Someone who's jealous of you, jealous of your success, is going to try and do what they can to hurt you.
I mean, you got to have a screw loose in your head somewhere to try to sabotage my sponsor. Like, how much of a crazy person do you have to be?
You know what?
I mean, okay, Martha.
I try not to focus on that, but you're absolutely right. It's
cuckoo.
It's
like you need seriously
to
go into therapy because there's something wrong with your brain.
All right, back to better news now.
Okay, yay!
You mentioned my show. I want to. They sent out the press release Monday, and do you mind if I read the press release about myself?
I do, but I didn't get to watch Rick because I was at the doctor's.
Yeah, but you can watch it on delay. It's available on YouTube, on Hulu, on Samsung TV, any number of streaming platforms. Streaming live at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, every day, Monday through Friday, as you're about to hear. Veteran journalist Rick Leventhal will host an hour-long news and interview program on Newsmax 2, Newsmax's free streaming channel. The Leventhal Report will premiere Monday, May 13 and air live each weeknight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Leventhal, known for his dynamic reporting style and in-depth coverage of breaking news stories, will cover the latest on significant events from around the nation and the world. You know what's cool about it? Is I get to do a monologue every night.
Is that hard to write?
Yes, it is.
I would think it would be hard to write.
If you don't think it's hard, sit down and try and write 5 to 7 minutes on a single topic and tell the story and weave some stuff in there and make it interesting. And just write 5 to 7 minutes on anything. See how that goes. It's not easy. It's not easy. But
it's not easy being cheesy, I can tell you that.
But it's liberating, and it's a fantastic opportunity. It's like what we do here, but on a platform where
it's more profesh.
Yeah, and millions of people can watch. I have a great staff behind me. Shout out to Andres, who's been producing the show, produced the rehearsal last week, produced our show today. I'm working with this guy. He gets it. You know, he's on point, and I'm looking forward to working with him over the course of time.
So we live on Lido Island, and a lot of the times the electricity goes out.
Yeah, I talked to them about that.
What you did? What'd they say?
You know, something right there.
I just made tacos for Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. So before I answer Kelly's question, we're going to do a Cooking with Kelly Taco Tuesday on our Rick and Kelly show this week on Patreon. And wanted to give you a taste if you've never seen one of Kelly's cooking segments. Here's a little sample.
So I dumped that pico de gallo in there. You guys, a can of crushed red pepper, anything. So I'm just going to cover this, and I'm going to let it get really soft. I don't like buying store-bought corn tortilla tacos because it's preservatives, and then they break, and it's kind of like you don't know how long they've been sitting there. So I like to make my own taco, and I'm going to show you how. So just get the oil hot. Put some salsa on there.
That's yummy.
There you go. Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody.
It was delicious. Thank you.
Julie really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Julie's like, Mom, this is really good. She really enjoyed it.
I like how you chopped up the potatoes and put them in there with the beef. Yeah, it was
well,
special.
that's a Mexican way. But Kim Devlin, one of our patrons, said, hey, we love the beans, Frank's beans. Mm-hmm. Can you make another Mexican dish that my kids will like? And I'm like, oh, absolutely.
I think
so. Your kids will like this.
Yeah. So the answer to your question is, if the power goes out here, we don't have a show because I don't have a backup generator. And if I don't have access to the internet and all of our equipment is down, then they're going to have to go to a backup plan. For example, Ed Henry is live down in Florida from their studios. They might just say, Ed, you need to do another hour. You need to do Leventhal's hour because he's not available. So there's always a way to go. Mm-hmm. It's just we hope that doesn't happen. But again, being able to speak freely on this platform is liberating and awesome. Nice quote from the owner of Newsmax, CEO Christopher Ruddy said, Newsmax is proud to have a first-class, world-class journalist like Rick Leventhal join our Newsmax 2 team. So it does stream live, and I hope you'll watch, and I hope you'll give us feedback. And I'm looking forward to reporting every day on what's happening in the world. What I said in the opening episode was that it's not just about reporting the news, it's also about providing context and perspective. And you and I talked about that. Mm-hmm. I think based on my experience, I'm in a unique position to be able to share knowledge of events. Like, for example, we had one live shot that didn't work out today Monday, because of a signal issue. The reporter was in an area with no cell service. So they threw Mark Morgan at me, who was a former head of the Border Protection Agency, and he and I had a great conversation about the situation at the border and the dangers that we face from letting all these people in who are illegal. And as he put it, millions have come in over the last 3 years. And I have more on that on our news segment coming up.
Was it hard? Was it weird getting back in the saddle?
It wasn't hard. Well, I mean, it's always hard. It's a lot of work. Putting an hour show together. It felt good to be back in the saddle. Not weird, it felt good. And I have been doing random live shots for Newsmax pretty much every week for the last few months. So it's like I got my feet wet, and now I'm just diving right in.
Oh, wow. That's great.
And
I'm proud of you.
Thank you for your support.
So, how did it go today? Like, what did you screw up? Did anything happen? Like, what? I didn't get to see you because I was at the doctor's.
So there were a couple minor things that, it's live, so stuff sometimes is going to go wrong. And my first guess was the Attorney General of Iowa, who happened to be in New York and went into the courtroom today for the Trump trial. And the Trump trial was our lead story. So out of my monologue and out of a reporter's hit about what happened in court, I then started interviewing the Attorney General of Iowa. And toward the end, when I was thanking her, I said the Attorney General of Ohio. It just came out that way. And in my ear, my producer's like, Iowa! It's Iowa! And I was like, I'm sorry, Iowa. And I didn't even and then I said to Kelly, I was like, well, they're both states with 4 letters, and 3 of them are vowels. Okay, so Iowa, Ohio, Ohio, Iowa. You told me you wouldn't make that mistake once or twice.
I make all kinds of mistakes. Don't ask me.
The key is when you screw up, how you handle it.
Yeah.
And I think, again, based on my 35 years plus experience, I'm better equipped to handle when things go south. I say that now. I hope that I don't wind up, with egg all over my face one day. But
well, what about that time when Shep? Well, I'll never forget it. Shep said when we were talking about J-Lo, and he said blowjob.
He said curb job instead of a blowjob. Or blowjob. Yeah. The whole control room froze. It was a moment.
I thought that was the funniest thing. If you've ever seen it, Google Shep. What's Shep's last name?
Shepard Smith.
Shepard Smith. I was 25 years old when that came out because I was married to Scott, and it was during the time of the tsunami.
Yeah.
And I remember Shepard Smith, and I remember going, "What an idiot!"
Yeah.
Huh?
People love that. I think people wait for anchors and reporters to screw up because it makes for, potentially very entertaining moments on TV. Just like when you're in a hurricane, people are hoping that you get knocked down by the wind because you're an idiot for standing out there, which I did many, many times.
So do you think Anchorman, which was one of my favorite movies of all times with Will Ferrell, depicts anchor people?
I think it's obviously a satire and it's tongue-in-cheek. There are elements to it that are surprisingly accurate, and especially, it was set in the 70s, so it was a different time and place, and I'm old, but I'm not quite that old. Mm-hmm. But that, from what I understand, in many cases, newsrooms were like that, where, the anchorman would slap the secretary on the butt. It was more of a boys' club, and
not only that, but they were they act like they were smart on camera, but they were really dumb behind.
Well, hopefully that's not the case with me.
No, I know you're intelligent, obviously.
And what I love about this is being able to write my own stories, edit the stuff that people write for me, and deliver the news in my own style. And again, I hope you guys watched Monday. If you didn't, I hope you'll start watching, because the more people who watch, the bigger our show can become. And
I want to read something that Kim Devlin said.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. I am watching Rick live from Aruba. It is so refreshing to hear sensible, intellectual news reporting. This is great.
That's so nice to hear. We had Billy and his wife watching in California and Florida. Mm-hmm. We had the 2 Josephs watching from their home in Canada.
We had Donna Palamente, who works for the Alton brothers. She's on the show.
Yeah.
The mom watched.
Well, it's very gratifying. And
that's so great, Rick. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, honey. I got a lot of great comments, and you were mentioning the comments. First of all, Dixie Dandy 7 said, I would buy the pajamas.
Dixie Dandy's just the nicest.
The other thing we did this morning is we interviewed the psychic sister, Jane, for our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. And she's fascinating, okay? And whether, I don't know how you feel about psychics, if you believe in them or you don't believe in them, either way, worth watching this interview. She's famous. She does the Kardashians, right?
Yeah, she did Kid Cudi. She's done a lot of famous people.
She and her team are at Selfridges in London, where you went.
Yes.
But she was reading you and me over the Zoom, and I mean, this woman has skills.
Like, big time.
And I asked her, do you research the people before you meet them?
I don't have time.
I don't have time for that.
She said I'm going to be on the Paramount lot somewhere.
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope so.
She asked me if I was going to work for Paramount. And Paramount, I believe, owns CBS, but I heard something about them selling it. I don't even know. But more likely you.
Well, I think she said you first.
Yeah. But listen, I'm a skeptic, okay? As a journalist, I have to be. But I respect, and I've seen you do it too. Like you have, and we talked about it yesterday. You feel things.
I do. It was a really, really cool thing. Like she's awesome. I mean, she kind of gave me the EBGBs because.
Oh, a couple predictions. We'll save those for the show.
Yeah.
Kelly, Terry said, you are in a Facebook post by Lance Bass.
Oh, really?
I guess he posted you guys together.
How fun.
From your Vegas weekend.
He's so cool. That guy's so cool.
Is he?
He's so cool. And he's opening a new restaurant in WeHo. He's trying to class up the area.
Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. You know, I just remembered I did interview him one time about 20 years ago in Miami at Art Basel when I was down there working. And I interviewed him. I think it was Art Basel. It might have been a Super Bowl week. But I interviewed him at some event at the W.
He's so thin right now.
Oh, he is? Mm-hmm. Mindiana. Rick, so happy for you to have your own show. Can't wait to watch tonight. Thanks, Mindiana. Cheryl Stack, congrats, Rick, on your new job at Newsmax, too. A lot of people said that. I won't read them all. But, this is really interesting. From Safari Tan. Now, we didn't talk about it here on The Smash. We talked about it on the Rick and Kelly show, about how we were invited to Kathy Hilton's launch of a new beverage line.
Called The Smash.
Wednesday night.
And it's like our show, The Smash.
Yeah, and then we were disinvited. And Safari Tan wrote, I saw that they taped Kathy Hilton's party for RHOBH, so that's definitely why you got uninvited.
No, that was a year ago. When they filmed that, when you saw that was a year ago they filmed that.
Oh, she's talking about a party that was on the show.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Maybe they did. They probably did film it for the Beverly Hills for this upcoming season.
They could have. Yes, they were, because Sutton was going to that.
Yeah.
She told me when Sutton said she was going to that when I asked her.
Someone looked at the list and they were like, wait a minute, Kelly Dodd, she's like banned from Bravo.
Yeah.
I mean, they use your image all the time.
Right.
And
I'm syndicated all over the world.
I guess they very well likely didn't want you in an event, a current event, that would look like Bravo was endorsing you or had welcomed you back, which they should, in my opinion.
Wow. Because, why? Because I'm on the wrong side of history?
Right.
Because I wore a Drunk Wires Matter hat? Because I traveled during the pandemic?
Because you have a mind of your own? Because you're a strong-willed woman?
Because I have independent thinking skills? Critical thinking skills?
You have all that. MGA Marty. Kelly, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blew Rick's mind. Kelly. Looking forward to seeing Rick's new show. By the way, Baby Reindeer, OMG, I binged every episode. We reviewed it on the Rick and Kelly show.
Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that they all support the BLM, they support gay pride, they support all the people, love is love, don't hate, and here they are treating me like a second-class citizen.
Well,
but why?
Yeah.
But why? What did I actually do? Like, what did I do? Did I murder somebody? Did I take millions of dollars from people that got hurt in airplanes?
Isn't that something?
Did I,
You probably, if you had committed a crime, you probably would have been kept on the show.
Yeah.
If you were an actual criminal.
Right.
They probably would have kept you.
No, if I had Jolie transitioning into a boy, I would totally be
That could have guaranteed you a
spot.
That
would have guaranteed me a spot.
You know what? We're better off.
I know, but that right there is discrimination. Right there.
It is.
That's whether it's political discrimination, whether it's ethnic, like I'm Mexican, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is discrimination, what they are doing to me.
Agreed.
Right there.
Agreed. Gilbert Martinez, 57, congratulations on the new job, Rick. I'm currently trying to get a new job, but I'm really struggling. You got any advice? You sent me this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very open question.
We don't know what you do. We don't know what kind of job skills you have. We don't know what kind of education you have. We don't know what you have. But I would say you have to treat getting a job like a real job.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You got to hustle at that.
Yeah.
You have to get on ZipRecruiter, get a recruiter, do whatever you are. I don't know your
Do your
sales
own
kit.
research. Make sure your resume is tip top. Maybe even take a good photo so you have a good headshot for when you submit it with your application. You gotta, like Kelly said, you gotta hustle, especially these days.
And whatever the job is, if you don't have a like his friend doesn't have a job, I'm like, go bartend. Do whatever you have to do. Some money is better than zero money.
Yeah, and it's easier to get a job
when you have a job.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. I'm ready for In the News. How about you?
In the news.
Again, another shout out to the former Border Chief Mark Morgan for coming on the premiere edition of the Leventhal Report. I wonder if he's seen this story, and you're going to appreciate this or be pissed off about it. Border charities are spending taxpayer millions on music therapy, people-plant interactions, and huge salaries for themselves. There are charities that were established to help with the border crisis, getting huge government grants and then spending them on these random things.
Well, that's what they're doing. It's all crooked, you guys. They're setting this up so they can get grants, so they can get money, so they can do these things.
Several non-governmental organizations known as NGOs, which run shelters in the border states of Texas, Arizona, and California, are federally funded by the Unaccompanied Children Program to resettle migrant minors who enter the U.S. alone. According to the Free Press, these organizations are getting rich off the contracts, with the combined revenue of the top three growing from $597 million in 2019 to a whopping $2 billion by 2022. The three NGOs are named Global Refuge, Southwest Key Programs, and Endeavors, Inc. The report claims Endeavors uses taxpayer funds to offer migrant children pet therapy, horticultural therapy, and music therapy. In 2021, Endeavors paid music therapist Christy Merrill $533,000.
Wow.
One of the CEOs of one of these charities
is
paying themselves over $1 million a year. So, like you said, they create a charity.
Yeah.
To assist the kids at the border, and they're paying themselves exorbitant amounts of money, hiring friends, maybe allegedly. They're paying a music therapist over $500,000 to what? Sing to kids? Really? And you're paying for it. And what Mark Morgan told me on Monday's show about the millions and millions of people who are streaming into our country illegally from 180 countries around the world, many of them on lists they believe
to be terrorists.
It's, you know what, we should be more upset about this. And I told Mark Morgan, I said, there's a reason why there's a fence around the White House and why people build fences around their homes. It would be like the government saying, you know what, open your front door, keep it unlocked, and let in whoever wants to come in and take care of them. Is anyone signing up for that? You're going to just let anyone in your house? Or are you going to say, no, this is my house? Well, this is our house, this country. And there are rules and regulations that are supposed to be followed to control who comes in and who doesn't.
They want these people to come in because they want the vote.
Right.
Just like they're trying to keep everybody poor, okay? That's why there's a discrepancy. My girlfriend was in San Francisco. She was like, it cost me $30 for NyQuil in San Francisco. She's like, they are, she's
why?
From Russia.
Because everyone's stealing all the stuff off the shelves and no one's stopping them, so the stores have no choice but to jack up the prices.
Well, I understand that, but there's no law and order to stop that, and they want people to be poor. This is it. They want people to be poor. The middle class is going away as we know it.
And by the way, non-U.S. citizens are not supposed to be voting in our elections. And you're going to let somebody who just came in from who knows where, you're going to let them vote?
And this isn't about being Democrat or Republican, okay? This has nothing to do with it. This is just sticking to our Constitution.
And following the rules.
Following the rules.
Rules matter. We have laws for a reason. They're designed to keep us safe and protect us and create some order in our society. And we need that. That's enough lecturing for one day. More of this on The Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon and on the Leventhal Report on Newsmax 2, which we hope you will start watching. Appointment viewing every day.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Take care.